love the creation because we basically did our
own thing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear nobody in your DMs tagging you talking about you copied a style. No, she didn't. Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. I'm Halicia, but I go by Lee, and we are finally getting into my full updated wash routine. Now, before I shampoo, I have to actually thoroughly rinse my hair to make sure that it is wet. If you know anything about natural hair, it typically takes a while to start absorbing water. So I take my time and make sure that it is wet before I apply any product, and I'm going in with shampoo first. My initial shampoo is always a detoxing shampoo. Because of the product, I find that it doesn't really cleanse the hair because it coats the strands. So I really need to remove all of that product so that I can actually cleanse the hair. So I'm going to be applying shampoo in sections because, as you can tell, I've been washing my hair for a minute now and the product still isn't thoroughly spread through. And I know before in my hair tutorials, I used to basically only apply shampoo to the roots, and over time I've just learned that that is actually incorrect and that I should wash my hair from root to tips. Essentially anywhere that product has been applied needs to be cleansed so that the hair can actually be moisturized and the products can penetrate the strands to do what they need to do. What I also learned is not to ball up my hair or scrunch it in this big shampoo ball because that actually causes tangles, and doing it this way where I keep my hair basically as stretched and straight as possible really minimizes that. It makes my detangling process so much easier and it's a lot gentler on the hair. So after the initial shampoo, I'm going to go ahead and rinse all of this product out to prepare for my moisturizing shampoo. On the second shampoo, my hair typically does lather really well and pretty quickly. That's how I know that it's getting much cleaner than it would have if I only shampooed it one time. And I am also using only the fingertips and not scrubbing or like irritating my scalp. So I'm not trying to cause any extra damage, irritation, burning, none of that. This should be a very relaxing process, to be honest with you. I absolutely love washing my hair. In terms of product recommendations, I am always trying new products. In this case, I used Oribe and On Handmade. I will say that On Handmade is a staple in my household and has been used since I cut off my hair and actually started this natural hair journey, so at least a good 12 years. On Handmade is that girl. But any other products that I typically use or have been loving lately, I will definitely leave them linked below. Now, in terms of conditioner, it's pretty much the same thing. I will alternate through products depending on what I feel like my hair needs or what it's been through prior to cleansing and conditioning it. But I would typically apply the shampoo closer to the ends first and then work it through the rest of the hair. And I love using a detangling conditioner so that I can detangle my hair in the shower. So I like to break up my hair into smaller sections because it's thick. Like, there's no way around it. It is densely packed on my head. You can hardly ever see my scalp unless it's in a stretched style. So I need to detangle in sections, and I love using the Felicia Leatherwood Best with the Brush detangling brush. There are other favorites, but I'm telling you, this one is a cult classic. After I detangle each section, I just twist it up to get it out of the way so that I'm not pulling or snagging it as I work through the rest of my hair. And I literally just repeat this process all over. If I feel like that section isn't coated enough with conditioner, I'll definitely add some more. And for anybody that's thinking that I'm being rough with my hair, I am not at all. It's just that it's thick. And if you know anything about it, being able to actually detangle my hair where I can pull a brush with such densely packed teeth from root to tip is good. So don't worry if it looks like it's stressful on the hair. I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. So, let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to suggestions and learning about my natural hair. I always like to pivot because I definitely want the best for my hair, and I do want to maintain my length, my health, and definitely grow it out even longer. I have natural hair butt goals that I will achieve in this lifetime. I want a mega afro for sure. But let's just go ahead and get through the rest of this detangling process. This does take me about 40 minutes in the shower, so it is a pretty long routine, but it's not that bad. This is the main reason that I feel like what I'm doing is actually working and actually healthy for my hair. But remember, it's all a trial and error process. But look at how much shed hairs I get after a shampoo and condition and detangle. That's like nothing in comparison to the thickness of my hair. So I feel like I'm doing a good job. As I'm rinsing conditioner out of my hair, I actually don't bother to take down the twist. And one thing about it, my hair will hold moisture, so I am going to wring out as much of it as possible, especially because we're about to blow dry it. Now, these are basically like the 2 or 3 products that I have been using religiously, at least for the past year. I am absolutely in love with the Pattern Beauty leave-in, especially in Palo Santo, and the On Handmade hairdo. I also use the Pattern Heat Protectant. 10 out of 10, I would recommend. I am a Dyson girly. I'm not really switching over. This does what it needs to do for me, simply because I don't need volume. I literally just need to be able to blow dry my hair and stretch it to the max. And my hair can be deceiving because a lot of times when I blow dry it, it seems like it's dry, but it's not actually dry. And the Dyson is one hair tool that really gets my hair dry. I don't have to second guess it, and it doesn't take forever, and it also doesn't add too much volume because that's not what I'm looking for. Right here, I'm actually going in and adding in the leave-in conditioner of choice. I'm not using much. Less is more when it comes to natural hair. I found out that I do not need to overload it with product. The product is doing what it needs to do. So a little bit goes a long way, and it's really about working the product in and letting it do its job. Trust me, it is working. And after this, I am sectioning my hair off so that I can spray heat protectant in it. If you're gonna flat iron your hair, I would not use this much heat protectant, but because I'm not, it's okay, because sometimes the heat protectant can weigh it down a little bit or make it a little bit oily. But for me, that actually works because my hair is already thick, and I find that it makes it easier to blow dry and braid, and I know that my hair is protected. So we're just going through the blow drying process. I do use the tension method a little bit in the beginning, especially so that I'm not getting any additional tangles and so that I can pull the blow dryer from root to tip. But I also like to just kind of go in and spray the roots and spray the ends because my hair be playing with me sometimes. Blow drying my entire head does take about 45 minutes, and I actually feel like that is quick, but I also take my time and I also work in smaller sections, and a lot of times I do have to go back over the sections just to make sure it's dry. I also feel like sometimes when I blow dry my hair, my scalp will sweat or swell in a sense. So just going back over it really quickly definitely helps keep it stretched. Detangling in the shower does wonders, but every now and then I do have to go back over the section with a brush. Now, if this is something that you feel comfortable with, dust them ends. I don't mind because I am really big on not having split ends, because split ends will spread and you won't actually be able to retain the length. So especially before I get a protective style, I will go in and kind of dust those ends. If your ends are see-through, then they more than likely need to be cut. But I typically will have just kind of like these raggedy, very frizzy, bushy ends, and I'll just get rid of them. I have no issues with that because I am all about health and actually retaining the length versus just having long hair that's stringy, thin, damaged, and that you're more than likely going to have to get cut off anyway. So I'll just take it slow. I'm definitely gonna win in the end, and my hair will be much, much healthier. Now, for me, after I finish blow drying a section or basically half of my head, I do need to braid it or twist it back up to actually keep that stretch. I don't know what it is, but there has been so many times that if I blow dry my hair and leave it out, it will still kind of like shrink back up into this afro. So this just helps basically maintain the blowout until I actually go and get it braided. It also keeps the hair out of the way so that I don't have to worry about it when I'm working in sections, and I can ensure that my roots are actually dry when I braid it like this. So here's a side-by-side comparison of what my hair looks like wet versus dry and the true texture of my hair. You can tell that it's not really curly. It's more of like a Z pattern. It's very kinky, very dense, very full, and If I were to do a wash and go, that's pretty much how it would dry. So I'm not a fan. Both sides of my hair will be braided into like this cornrow French braid situation. I can put on a hat while I go to the braider, or a hood, whatever I need. And then when I pull up to my braid appointment, all I have to do is take these braids out, which is really quick and easy because they are braided pretty loosely and the hair is stretched and ready to go.
So now I'm just like, I can't wait.
Do you like doing it though?
I do.
Oh,
Braiding
okay.
was my first love.
Okay,
and then I went and got my license for hair, and now I do makeup, I do washes and everything.
Now you see what I mean when it comes to stretched hair that is ready to braid, especially when it comes to like the roots. For the front of this style, we use several pictures off of Pinterest, but we put our own twist to the front of it because I definitely wanted something different. Why wouldn't I? And for me, I personally like getting the back of my hair in loose braids or knotless braids, just so that I can have that versatility. So what you'll end up seeing is that in the back we do short knotless braids, and she decided to do like these really cute balls at the end of the braids. Mind you, I've never had any of this. I've never had braids that are kind of like sewn in a design. I've never had this much braided hair in my face, and I've also never done shorter braids with balls at the end, but I absolutely love the style that we concocted together. The whole thing was about really doing something different and inspirational, and y'all know I'm in my big braid era anyway, so I've definitely been experimenting with a lot of braided styles, but I also did want shorter, looser braids just so that I could put it up in a ponytail or do different designs, get it off of the back of my neck. And we wanted it to be like interesting from the front and from the back, so that no matter which direction you were to see my hair in, you would be intrigued, stuck. I'm sure it's gonna be like a love or hate style, but I will say this, I absolutely love this braided style. It took me outside of my comfort zone, and it's something that's so unique, but I feel like it's very representative of me. And these are actually my birthday braids. So entering a new era with a new hairstyle, I'm absolutely loving it. We're gonna practice freedom and exploration even more, and just not being afraid to be yourself or show who you really are. And this is a new braider for me, but 10 out of 10, I will recommend. I absolutely love her and really enjoyed our time together. So I'll let you guys watch the rest of the video and get into the style, but you can see the excitement when she finished my hair. I was like, yes ma'am, you did that. Yes. the final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, possibly learned something about natural hair in my wash routine, and even seeing her braid my hair. I'm definitely going to tag all of the product recommendations that I have linked below and her information if you want to book her. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.